And so this is how I internalized what deeper means for me. I want a deeper connection with God. I want a deeper connection to my purpose. I want a deeper connection to my clients. I want a deeper connection to the world at large by sharing powerful, transformational, life-altering content. I want a deeper connection to my craft. I want to hone my craft more because my deep impact was felt massively the world. And as a result, I'm shaking the planet. You're listening to the Move to Millions podcast with Dr. Darnyelle Jervey Harmon, the place to be for high-level conversations about all things millions. Your mission, mindset, methodologies, mandate, movement, messaging, marketing, metrics, and most definitely your money. I am your host, spiritual business growth coach, Dr. Darnyelle J. Harmon. Join me each week for inspiring stories, powerful interviews, and business growth strategy to help you experience abundance in your life because of your business. If you're ready to move to your next level everything, let's get this party started. This episode is powered by Move to Millions Live, happening May 24th through the 26th in the Washington, D.C. area. Listen to me. This is your opportunity to get in the room, to connect with and learn how to build a sustainable $1 million company without having to hustle and grind. New for this year are the $1 million intensives. I want to teach you how to make six figures before we meet in May. Learn more and grab your ticket today for a live or virtual seat at movetomillionsevent.com. It's a new season. It's a new day, y'all. I'm so excited to be back with you, and I'm coming with you season 4 with fresh content, fresh interviews, and exactly what you need in order to position yourself for 7 figures this year. Now, if you are new around here, first off, welcome. I'm so excited, tickled purple even, that you have decided to join us for the Move to Millions movement. This podcast, as you'll quickly come to learn, is not just about business. It's about the spiritual principles and mindsets that keep us from success in business. And every once in a while, I'll throw in an opportunity for you to learn something powerful and deep with me and a guest. I am on a mission to normalize wealth, legacy, and abundance. Oh, and it's not just about the money. It's about the impact and the legacy. We created the Move to Millions method, which is our proven framework of getting our low 6-figure entrepreneurs to the $1 million mark. And we want to gift that to you. And you can get yours today by visiting incredible1enterprises.com/start here. We'll put it in the show notes for you as well. In today's episode, because we're starting a new season, I have a few things I need to get off my chest. So first, I'm going to do a review of my company's 2022 year. And then I'm going to talk to you about my word for the year, deeper, which just also happens to be the title of this first podcast episode in season 4. And I'm going to share how this word came to be for me, how I'm using it to go to my next level. And I'm going to give you some tips and strategies and insights on how you can do the same. So let's get this party started. So first, let's review 2022. Have seen so many posts on social media about how so many people had a really tough year. There were a lot of things going on. And listen, I had my fair share of tough. You might not even know this yet, but I know you are aware that I lost my father in August. Just very interesting time. Well, on Christmas Day, I also lost my stepmother, my dad's wife. Out of nowhere, completely unexpected, but loss runs up in and through a big part of our 2022. And while the losses that we incurred didn't take us out of business, and a big part of the reason for that, I was able to take downtime and be with family and plan and prepare for my dad's celebration of life. I have an amazing team. You hear me talk all the time about the importance of having a team. If you are the only one in your business, regardless of what the income is, that's not really a move, because that means that you have actually just created a good paying job for yourself. You're not truly experiencing the benefits of entrepreneurship. And one of the biggest things that I loved about 2022 is the amount of time that I got to spend away from my business, but my business still flourished. Now, I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys and share some numbers with you about the year, because I think that there's far too many people out in the marketplace alleging success instead of telling you the truth about what they experience inside of their business. My word for this year is deeper. And so you know what that means? I'm going to go deeper. I'm going to bear what I think it would be important for you to know as you're on this journey too. I think sometimes, and I'll make this about myself instead of making it about you. Sometimes I've looked at other people's journeys and I've said, I want that for myself. It's so easy to want what someone else has when you're on the outside looking in without knowing exactly what they've gone through in order to experience that. And so what I've learned is on this journey to build a company to the $1 million mark, there are many people who desire $1 million company. There are many people alleging that they can help you to create $1 million company. I just only feel that it's right for me to be transparent. And it's my podcast. So, that means I can do what I want to do. Okay, so here we go. Year in review. Our revenue for 2022 at Incredible One Enterprises. I'm only going to share our revenue for Incredible One Enterprises. What you may know about me, but I ain't even 100% sure that you do, is I run several companies, right? So our total business portfolio generates more than $5 million a year, probably even a little bit more than that. But I'm going to focus my efforts on Incredible One Enterprises because that is my entrepreneurial facing interest. So our revenue for the year was $2,562,529.08. That was a 133% growth rate over our 2022 income. I think that's a big deal that we grew by 133%, which is pretty awesome, right? Our customers served, 250 customers served. And so now this number is only based on people who have enrolled in our programs and courses and attended our live event. These are not some of the other purchases that we've had. If we look at our introduction events and our master classes and all of that, that would be well over 1,000 people. But I wanted to give you this particular number because these are the people that I feel we've had the greatest amount of impact on in 2022, right? Now, let me say this. So those are the company results. 133% growth. So that means we did 100% of what we did last year and 33% more than that, right? So 33% growth. And the rest of the numbers I'm going to share with you are just based on our mastermind. Now, you might ask why, and I'm going to tell you, right? That is because that is the only program that we run where we track the metrics, right? We are introducing some new programming this year. And as a result of that, we're going to be doing some things differently, but we have data on our Move to Millions Mastermind. That is our signature program. That is the program that we enjoy working with entrepreneurs in to get them from low multiple six figures to the $1 million mark in a 1 to 3 year trajectory. Everybody is different. Every year we have people who come into our mastermind and in 1 year, they make the move to millions. Representing that this year, we have 3 clients who made the move to millions in 1 year. And then we have 1 client who made the move to millions in 2 years. So anywhere from 1 to 3 years, if you follow the framework and methodology that we lay out for you, then that is what can happen. So our mastermind, our Move to Millions mastermind, for the majority of 2022 had 50 people in it. Now, those numbers fluctuate, right? But I'm giving you the average amount of time, how many people we had. That means that, at the start of the year, we might have been at 38. At the end of the year, we were at 50. And in between there, we had clients come and go, right? We have new clients who come in every year. We have clients who renew. We also have clients who step away from the community every year, right? As with anybody does, right? So 50 clients. Of the 50 clients that we have in the mastermind, we have reported results from 40 of them. So we still don't have everybody's numbers yet. We just finished the year. Some people haven't shared that, or we haven't been able to get that information at the time of recording this episode. The average income in 2022 from our mastermind clients was $393,539.92. The total revenue of those who reported their results for 2022 that our mastermind achieved was $15,052,057.71. And again, those are the reported results from 40 out of our 50 clients. Of the clients who reported their results, 83% of them hit one of our revenue clubs. We had 24 people in our $250,000 to $499,000 revenue club. 24 of our clients hit that revenue bucket. We had 10 clients in our $500,000 to $749,000 revenue club. We had 2 clients in our $750,000 revenue club to our $999,000 revenue club. And we had 4 clients in the mastermind who made the move to millions in 2022. Now, of that 4 out of the people who reported, we're going to base it on the 40, that's a 10% of our clients that made the move to millions. Okay. Why is this important that I share this with you? I wanted to share it with you as I reflect on 2022, because a big part of my work is not just to report what we've done. I think it's one thing to be like, yeah, we're thebomb.com. We're great. Look at us. And I think it's something else entirely to run a program where 83% of your clients hit one of your revenue clubs, where you're helping people get results and moving their businesses forward. I think that says a lot. I'm just going to leave it right there. So I'm excited to share what we did last year with you. It brings me joy to even reflect back on it, because I know so many people who are in business, working with business owners who cannot report the same kind of success. One of my prayers, I literally, y'all, pray this every single day, is that we would get our clients results, that they would come into our program, they would transform every area of their lives, that they would become a better wife, a better parent, a better mother, a better father, a better everything as a result of being inside of this community. And in addition to that, they would make more money than they maybe have ever made in the history of their business. When we come back from the break, we're going to go into my word for the year, how I got to this word, and what I'm focusing on in order to leverage this word in every area of my life. I'll see you in just a few. Have you ever questioned how some entrepreneurs scale quickly from 6 to 7 figures or more, and why you're not experiencing the same? It's because they understand the life-changing formula, the mindset, alignment, and methodology that is needed to grow, scale, and profit massively. It's about having access to the right framework that works specifically for you and your business. And it's not about hustling and grinding. It's about taking consistent action on the right strategies with the right success to fast-track your growth while you save time and money. Spend 3 days with me at Move to Millions Live 2023, happening May 24th through the 26th in the Washington, D.C. area. Our 2023 theme is sought after. When you spend these 3 days with me, you'll learn proven strategies step by step so that you're ready to make, move, and leave millions. Grab your ticket today at movetomillionsevent.com. All right, welcome back. Just before the break, I was giving you our year in review. Hopefully this was helpful to you. And if it was, do me a favor, leave us a comment, rate and review this episode. You know, when you do that, you help us to get our work deeper into the world. Right now, the Move to Millions podcast is in over 70 countries around the world. We want to keep growing, and you help us to do that when you rate and leave a review. And listen, it takes you like 2 seconds. It doesn't take a lot of time, but that review can go a long way for helping to make sure more people know about this podcast, especially with our book coming out this year. Listen, okay, it's about to be on like Donkey Kong. You'll get that reference if you are of a certain age. All right, so I told you at the start of this episode that my word for the year is deeper. So like many people in the world, every single year, I choose a new word that I want to focus on. I do a couple of different things to kind of come up with my word. So first, I spent some time fasting and praying and really just seeking God and hearing God for what it is that he is speaking to me. There are times when, me and God are like, we're tight, right? I mean, I'm on him, he's on me. And there are other times where our presence to one another is always felt, but we may or may not be, in constant communication. I'm just keeping it real and being transparent with you. But at the end of the year, actually, probably since from the time my father passed through the end of the year, I have been very introspective and I have been really leaning in to hear what God was saying. I don't know about you, but I know personally, this was my first, before my stepmom passed, this is my first immediate family loss. And that I can be cognizant of. Like I lost my grandparents when I was younger. But, losing a parent is something. And as a result of that, I just really wanted to make sure that there was no area of my life where I was phoning it in, where I was acting as if I was faking it until I was making it. I didn't want that to be what would be the reality of what was happening in my life as a result of what happened with my dad. I don't know that I even told you guys. I'm just going to get into it real quick. So July the 3rd, 2022, let me back up again. So July the 1st, 2022, I get a text message from my stepmother telling me that my dad had been complaining of abdomen pain. She finally got him to go to the doctors. They found a mass. And so they started running some tests. That was July the 1st. She would keep us posted. He was supposed to go back to the doctor the following Tuesday, right after the 4th of July holiday. She would have more information. Well, he never made it back to the doctor. That Sunday, July the 3rd, he was rushed to the emergency because he was coughing up and throwing up blood. I'm sorry, this is a little graphic. So, of course, we moved everything out of the way, got to the hospital when we could, just trying to get an understanding of what was going on. He was first he was in the ICU because they needed to get all of the fluid out of his stomach. He eventually went to a regular room. They started running all of the tests to figure out what was going on. We get the prognosis, inoperable, incurable, stage 4 liver cancer. The doctor tells us that he has days, maybe weeks. We learned that around July the 10th. August the 6th, my dad's sun sets. And so as a result of that, I went introspective and I just needed to figure out what this meant now. Like so much of my identity has been about my father and the fact that when my mom went to jail when I was 8, he was man enough to take us. He didn't have to, right? He didn't have to, y'all. We all know fathers who are absent in their children's lives. And my dad answered the call. I'm so grateful for that. With all of his flaws, the fact that he took us in and he taught me so many things. So in his passing, I really needed to go in. I really needed to sit with who I am and my purpose and who I'm being, and am I really living my life in a way that whenever my sun sets, I will be able to confidently and courageously lean into that, knowing, like the Irma Bombeck quote, which is one of my favorite quotes. It says, when I stand before God at the end of my life, my desire is to have nothing left, saying I used everything you gave me. Now, that was the Darnyelle version. I can normally quote it exactly, but for whatever reason right now, I can't. But the gist of it is I did my part. I showed up. I lived full so that I could die empty. And that for me is what deeper signifies. And so as we were in around the middle of December, God just started speaking. He speaks to me often in phrases or one words. And so for 7 days straight, as I prayed and spent time with him throughout the day, the response I got back was deeper, go deeper, right? That's what it was. It was like, okay, go deeper. What does that mean? And so I just really sat with it. And so this is how I internalized what deeper means for me. And I'm sure you have your own practice of how you come up with your word of the year and how you endeavor to live throughout it. I'm just going to highlight mine. So deeper for me means I want a deeper connection with God, right? I want a deeper connection to my purpose. I want a deeper connection to my clients. I want a deeper connection to the world at large by sharing powerful, transformational, life-altering content. I want a deeper connection to my craft. I want to hone my craft more. Like when people say, where do you go if you want to build your company to the $1 million mark? Darnyelle, Antoinette, Jervey, Harmon, all the names is what I want to come out because I went deeper. Because my deep impact was felt massively the world. And as a result, I'm shaking the planet. Deeper for me also means that I'm developing my leadership skills, right? You know, right now I've got 8 full-time employees. We are probably going to be hiring for another 2 to 3 positions here in the coming months. I want to go deeper into developing my team and my leadership skills so that I can serve and lead my team more deeply. And last but not least, I want to go out into the deep. I think it's Adele that has that song, Rolling in the Deep. I want to roll in the deep, y'all. Like, I want to shake the planet, period, point blank. That is what I desire to do. And it has become ever present and very real for me because death helps you to realize that nothing is forever. And I want to make sure that the work that I do truly does transform and impact lives. So I am going deeper. I would love to hear your words. Slide in my DMs on Instagram or on Facebook and tell me your word for the year and how it's showing up for you, because I think it's important to not just go through the exercise of figuring out the word, but to actually really leverage the word, like to figure out how you're going to integrate that word in every area of your business. That's what I've been focused on, right? I've spent the last 2 weeks on the road. The first week of January, I was with my Move to Millions mastermind clients in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And the second week, I was in Vegas, spending some time with a couple of my business girlfriends. And then I went to a mastermind for one of the coaching programs that I'm enrolled in. And a big part of this time was even further deepening the impact of the word deeper for me, right? Deeper into our marketing, deeper into our sales infrastructure, deeper into ensuring that our programs don't just phone it in, that they really create real change and transformation. I think you get my point. Now, let's turn this to you. Let's talk about how you are going to go deeper, and we'll do that as soon as we come back from the break. We'll be right back. You might be the first in your family to make millions, but if I have my way, you won't be the last. Join me live at Move to Millions Live 2023, happening May 24th through the 26th in the Washington, D.C. area. If you desire to make real money in your business, then join us at the #1 business training event on the planet for millions-minded CEOs and $1 million CEOs in the making. Your Move to Millions starts at Move to Millions Live 2023. Grab your ticket today at movetomillionsevent.com. You're listening to the Move to Millions podcast, and today we are talking about how to go deeper. Just before the break, I was sharing with you how my word for the year came to be and how I am integrating it into every area of my life. And so now let's talk about you. Let's turn it towards you. I want you to ask yourself, even though it's my word, I'm sharing it with you, right? How can you go deeper? Where could you go deeper in your business, in your life this year? And because we're talking about the Move to Millions, you know I'm going to relate this to the Move to Millions method. If you haven't downloaded your copy of the method yet, go to incredibleoneenterprises.com/start-here. and you can get the Move to Millions method. It's a tremendous guide to just get you to thinking about your business from your $1 million vision point. Okay. So there are 5 areas that I think every single one of us can go deeper in our businesses. First and foremost, success mindset. You're going to have to spend some time getting clear about the limiting and self-sabotaging beliefs that you hold onto for dear life that are not serving you, and how you could release them from the obligation to allow you to limit and sabotage your success, and instead dive into beliefs that would serve you better. You're going to have to go deeper into your mindset, whether we're talking about your mindset in general or your money mindset in particular, or your accountability mindset, or your discipline mindset, or your implementation mindset. Like, whichever part of your mindset, and we know that your mind is 95% of your success, whichever part is hemming you up and keeping you from being able to show up fully, and from that place, create real transformation for your clients, you need to go deep into understanding and dismantling those beliefs that don't serve you. You're also going to need to go deeper into your strategy, right? Now, strategy, as we define it here at Incredible One Enterprises, is about looking at your pinnacle client, your ideal client, right? The problem you solve for them, getting clarity around that at first, and then developing your signature system, right? Your signature system is the system framework methodology that you use to create predictable results for your clients. That means when they do these steps, they get this result, right? And that strategy, once you've got those things figured out, parlays into your packaging, how you put together a spice offer, a spice solution that solves their problems, right? The pricing of that strategy, that package that you put together for them, and how you promote it, how you get it out into the world so other people know that it exists. You're going to have to go deeper into your strategy. I'm really big into identifying the one strategy that you are really going to leverage in order to get the most traction inside of your business. You might need to go deeper to figure that out this year. You're also going to need to go deeper into your sales infrastructure, and specifically how to get more leveraged sales, having to sell one-to-one, and how to position yourself to actually be able to sell one-to-many, because leverage sales really change the game, right? When you can start showing up once, but bringing on 10, 20, 50, 100 clients at a time, you will scale your business to the $1 million mark. Now, of course, that also means you're going to have to go deeper into your systems, because you're going to need an infrastructure that supports bringing on multiple clients at one time. So you're going to have to go deeper into onboarding and automation and everything that needs to be in place to be able to serve those clients really well, so well that they get results, and they give you a case study or testimonial, and they refer you to other people who could benefit from your amazing system, right? And you're going to have to go deeper into your support, because, listen, I get it. It's hard to have employees. Being a CEO, it ain't easy. You've heard me say that before. But when I stop and think about everything that I would have to do myself if I didn't have team supporting me, I would much rather have the support that I have than to try to figure it all out. Something would go undone, and it would impact the way that I show up and how I deliver to my clients. And it would, because I wouldn't be getting as great results, it would be harder to get clients. And so it's part of the journey. And so you're going to have to go deeper into identifying the team members that you need. Now, you already know on this podcast, I've already done an episode on every single one of these 5. At least one, if not multiple. And I'm going to continue to do more. In this season 4, I'm going to be bringing you conversations with powerful experts that are going to continue to dig deeper into these areas. I'm also going to, as we move closer to the launch of the Move to Millions book, I'm going to be sharing some mini lessons from the book that are going to just help to intensify your ability to connect more deeply in every area of your life and your business, so that you can experience life in the deep. Because that, to me, is what it's all about, y'all. No more dialing it in. No more acting as if. No more settling for what we have. It's time to go deep, because I believe that your next level isn't up, it's down. And if you would just get the confidence and the courage to show up for yourself by going deeper into every area of your life, I promise you that the impact that you make would be felt by millions. I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Thank you for joining me for the Move to Millions podcast. The way I see it, you deserve a business that generates millions. If you're ready to get started, grab our Move to Millions Quick Start Guide and join our online community at movetomillionsgroup.com. If you enjoyed our time together, do yourself a favor, head on over to iTunes, subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. Until next time, remember, millions are your birthright, and to access them, all you have to do is move. I'll see you next time. Take care.